Today is Thursday, Parashat Toledot. Parashat this week tells us about the struggle between Esav and Yaakov that started already very early on, already in the mother's womb. The pasuk says, "Vaitrotzetzu abanim bekirba," and the children were agitated within her. According to the Midrash, when she would go next to the academy of Shem and Ever, then Yaakov wanted to come out and join the learning. And when she passed by a place of idol worship, then the other twin, which was Esav, had an attraction to that place. So there was some thing that didn't make sense. What she had within her seemed to be pulled in two directions, towards a place of learning, in yeshiva, Torah, place of Shem Va'ever, or towards a place of wickedness or idol worship. And she went to, according to Midrash, she went to ask the yeshiva of Shem and Ever, and she was told, "Shene goyim bevitnech, ushne leumim mima'ayich itparedu, ul'om mile'om ye'ematz v'rav ya'avot tza'ir." So she was told, two nations are in your womb. It's not one person who's like schizophrenic, has two different personalities. It's actually two separate people. And shne le'umim me'ayich paredu, there are two regimes, two approaches, two ideologies that will be separated. Ul'om bil'om ye'ematz, and one nation or one regime will pass to the other. In other words, will take over the other. V'rav ya'avot tza'ir, and the elder shall serve the younger one. And here, already from early on, from already in the womb, we see two different ways of looking at the world, two different approaches, two different ideologies. Esav is all about material and satisfying his desires, like even later he'll say, pour the lentil soup into my throat, into my mouth. He was all into sort of like consuming in gluttony with no end. That was the approach of Esav. And Yaakov was dedicated to learning Torah, Shem and Ever, to learn with his father, with Yitzchak. But here the pasuk tells us also, Ul'om mile'om ye'ematz. They cannot be both powerful at the same time. One will be stronger than the other. Either when materialism goes up, spirituality goes down. If spirituality goes up, materialism goes down. One will be outweigh the other. They won't be both at the same level. And he already indicates, V'erav ya'avod tza'ir, and the older will serve the younger, telling us the seniority of Torah learning, the seniority of Yaakov Avinu in terms of him being a wholesome and a person who was Ishtam Yoshev Ohalim, and he deserves the support of the material. And in truth, there was a time in history where Rabbi Nasi, who was dedicated, of course, to learning Torah, and he was one of the Tanaim, he was supported and served by a Roman Caesar who was a descendant of Esav. And that was something that was predicted already when they were still in the womb of their mother. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.